Self-criticism. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like your worst enemy? I'm not just talking about those days when you wake up with messy hair, although sometimes that doesn't help. I mean that constant inner voice that throws criticism at you as if it were an unrelenting judge. If you can relate, let me tell you something. Excessive self-criticism is like living with a distorted mirror, one that doesn't reflect who you are, but rather who it thinks you should be. And trust me, that image is never fair or real. The trap of self-demand. We live in a society that has taught us to be perfectionists, to demand more from ourselves than we can realistically give, as if happiness depended on always being the best at everything. The problem is that this constant self-demand turns into an emotional burden, and it's not just about feeling pressure to be the best at work or to never fail. It's about that silent but cruel voice that constantly whispers, "You're not good enough. Everything you do is wrong. You should have done more." The impact of constant self-criticism. What happens when you listen to that voice? You drain yourself emotionally. You sabotage your own progress. Instead of moving forward, you stay stuck. Many times, self-demand disguises itself as "I just want to improve," or "I want to be stronger," but in reality, it's slowly draining your energy, like a battery that's dying without you even noticing. Imagine being a car without fuel. No matter how hard you try to start the engine, you're not going anywhere. That's how your mind works when it's overloaded with self-criticism. It paralyzes you, wears you down, and affects not just your performance, but your emotional well-being too. We forget that making mistakes is okay, that being imperfect is human, and that the goal isn't to be perfect. It's simply to be enough. The Stoic approach, accepting what you can't control. The Stoics understood this perfectly. For them, inner peace doesn't come from perfection. It comes from accepting that there are things you can't control. And yes, sometimes that includes yourself. You can't expect your mind to be flawless at all times. You can't punish yourself for every mistake, and you can't go through life expecting to be perfect. How to break the cycle of self-criticism? The answer lies in changing your perspective.